As a Filipino American, I was always exposed to the idea that faith is intrinsically tied up with the work that you do out in the world. In today's Mass, the priest actually mentioned in his homily that it's important for us to go out and to vote and to pray for whatever's happening in the coming election.
Everything in Islam teaches us that having your voice heard is everything. I pray 5 times a day. It helps me look at my children and ensure that I do everything that I can for them.
There is a prayer. We are the prophets of a future that is not our own. We are not the architects, we are the builders.
As a mother of 3 Asian American, Muslim American boys, I think of all of the things that can impact them, whether it's gun violence, whether it is practicing their faith freely and publicly, whether it's even education.
A big part of Catholic teaching is definitely the preservation of life. I was also taught that it's not just one single issue. There are many factors that give us life. We have to think about poverty. We have to think about the climate. We have to think about where are the resources of our nation going towards.
Every story from the Sirah of the Prophet talk about the difficult times that he was in. They always said, you stand up and you continue fighting for what's right, and you continue ensuring that there's justice for not only your family, but thy neighbor.
I want my nephew and all the young people coming up after us to be able to live in the way that gives them fulfillment and to not live in fear of one another.
I think the way to do that is continuing to exercise our right to vote.
To vote is to do something about the world around you.
We have to stick up for our family, for our kids, for our community, and ensure that the struggles that immigrant and refugee families and that different communities face are uplifted. Keep thinking of the reasons why your families left to come here, to start a life here, and to ensure that you could succeed here.
And so the leadership that we choose, we need to make sure that they are addressing all of these issues, not just one single one.
We go to the polls and exercise our right to vote to show different levels of government that we see what's happening, we hear what's happening. Representation is key to ensure that our voices are heard. And so to get more folks that look like us in these spaces, especially in times like today where we're seeing a lot happening overseas and we're even seeing injustices happen here within our own communities, we have to think about our ancestors and folks who've been fighting for decades. We're not going to see it overnight.
Just because we don't see results within reach doesn't mean that we should stop trying. Voting is an expression of care. You may be in different places of privilege, but there are people out there who are in need. And so what will your vote actually do for them?
My faith teaches me that we have to stay the course. You have to continue fighting for justice. We can build that political power, that collaborative power together to do good work and to ensure that democracy looks like us all.
And that's work that all of us can do.